Hi guys, welcome back to another Monday report. I feel like I have a lot of topics to talk about today that don't go together. So strap in for a nice kind of random, chatty, little all over the place update. But first things first, to my American friends, happy Thanksgiving. I know some people in other countries celebrate Thanksgiving, but it's like obviously definitely an American holiday. So I know that most of you who aren't American probably didn't. But actually, let me know if you aren't American and you did celebrate Thanksgiving. I'd be interested to know if anyone did because I feel like it's such a good, cozy holiday that I'm surprised it hasn't taken on more across the world. And also, if you do Thanksgiving and you don't live in America, what do you cook? Do you cook the regular American stuff? Like all the turkey and casserole? I don't know why, but it's like my cousin, she lives in Spain, and it's hard for me to imagine that you can buy a turkey like if you live in Spain. I don't know. Let me know. But I had a really good Thanksgiving. I hope you all did too. It was perfect weather here where I live. It was cold. The night before was really cold and really windy, and so Thanksgiving Day was really chill. I actually didn't leave the house on Thanksgiving Day. Not even to go on the porch, not even to check the mail. Nope, I just stayed inside all day long. It was great. Actually, I had a weird Thanksgiving, like a start to the day. I woke up at like 3:30 and couldn't fall back asleep. And so I got up at like 4:45, worked out, started baking pies like first thing in the morning. But it was actually kind of great because I got a lot of the stuff I needed to get done finished early. And then I just had a really chill, kind of nice day. I made 2 pies, 2 casseroles. I made cranberry sauce. Didn't do the stuffing. I made a big salad. Actually, my salad was great. It had parsnips, and I love parsnips. I think they're the most underrated vegetable ever. But I really messed up on the pies. I also made a green bean casserole that I'm not too proud of. I actually didn't even save the leftovers. I just threw it away. It was supposed to be a cheddar bay biscuit green bean casserole, and it wasn't good. It didn't really taste like anything, and it was dry. So, but the pies, I burnt one, and then one was raw. So that wasn't great. And then the next day, I did try and redeem myself with the pecan pie. That was the raw one. And I didn't even do that good of a job of redeeming myself. But next year, I'll just try harder or try not at all. But that being said, it was really good Thanksgiving. Thinking if anything interesting happened. And I don't think so. Just a good, typical... Watched some football. I mean, I couldn't have gotten more American, quite frankly. But it was nice. And then on Friday, I don't get into Black Friday shopping all that much. I'll look online because now everything's online. It's like in Black Friday lasts like a week and a half, it seems. And I did get 2 things, but one of them wasn't even a Black Friday deal. I just wanted to buy something. It was a new Bible. I got it on Thrift Books, and because I have a big study Bible, and that's I love it. It's the best Bible ever, but it's really difficult to travel with since it's so big and heavy. That I wanted one that I could keep in my purse or in my backpack, basically at all times. Or when I'm traveling, it's really easy just to throw in with my stuff. It's light and small. So I got a kid's Bible. It's NIRV. It's New International Revised Version, or something like that. And it's basically written at a 3rd grade level, which I thought would be great for clarity's sake. And it's got a dragonfly on the cover, so that's what initially drew me to it. But I got that from Thrift Books, so it's used, which I love getting my books from Thrift Books because they have just kind of a special feel to them. And I like it when books feel a little older. So that's where I get basically all my books. Actually, I just started a new book because I joined a book club, which is cool and fun. And it's called These Summer Storms. And I'm about 1/3 of the way through so far. I actually really like it. I only have 14 days to read it because I guess it's, a higher demand book at my library. And so I'm not allowed to renew it, so I like have to read it. Not only just because of the book club, but like otherwise I'm gonna be kind of screwed and not have a book that I was supposed to have read. So check that out, or let me know if you've read it and if you thought it was good, but don't spoil anything because, like I said, I'm only a third of the way through, and I'll be so mad if there's a spoiler. But, so yeah, I got a new Bible, and that's coming in on Saturday, and I'm really looking forward to that. And then I went to Michael's, because my mom needed some Christmas ornaments, and I got these 2 Tombow markers. One of them, I don't think they have color names on them, do they? This one's 553, it's like a purpley blue, kind of periwinkle. This one's N95. And I used to have a bunch of Tombow markers, but they've kind of dried out, and I don't know where they are right now. But what I found is for my watercolor paintings, I really like using a purple, blue, or gray toned marker to do the shadows, like the harsher shadows. And so, the one I originally got, it was really dark, which works for some things, but I needed some lighter ones, and these ones are really light. I need like something now in the middle because these ones are almost too light for everything. But of course, you know, Tombow markers, they're great, just a water-based marker. And so I got those at Black Friday shopping from Michael's. Actually, I didn't even save any money on them because it was like buy 3, get 2 free, but I only needed 2. So it really wouldn't have saved me any money. I'm sorry. It really wouldn't have saved me any money to get another one. So yeah. That's really the extent of my Black Friday shopping. I don't do that much. But if you got anything, I'd be interested to know what you got. If you had any good deals, I'm glad it's not as big of a deal as it used to be. I remember when people were like furious on Black Friday, and I think people have chilled out, and everybody has a TV, so that's good. I've got my little list over here as usual, so that's why I keep glancing over there. But happy December 1st, everybody. Obviously, since it's a new month, we have a new drawing prompt, and I ended up doing a poll on Discord. I just thought I'd keep it in one place to keep it really consistent. We, get one answer, and I think the options were the Nutcracker, Gingerbread Village, Snow Queen /King/Kingdom, or a piece based off of your favorite Christmas or holiday movie, as well as Winter Wonderland. And so, yeah, I tried to keep them so that if you wanted to tie it to Christmas specifically, you could. But if you just wanted to keep it for winter, like the prompts could kind of lend themselves to that. And Snow Queen ended up winning. So we will all have some fun looking at the Snow Queen and kingdoms and Snow King sort of things. Hopefully you join in that prompt if you're not on the Discord, but you have Instagram. Feel free to just tag me on Instagram, and you can use the hashtag #ArtistsAroundTheBlock. Or you can post it in the community tab here on YouTube because I really want to see it. We had a lot of people participate in last month's challenge, the Red Riding Hood one. And I'm excited to make a video later this week compiling all those artworks. I'm pretty sure I know how I'm going to do it so that you can see like the artworks without me having to go in and edit each one individually, like onto the screen as an overlay. I'm not sure exactly. I think I got it figured out. But yeah, we can have some fun looking at everybody's artwork. I'm only going to share the ones that if you tagged it, can share, then I'll share those ones. But there were some amazing submissions. I thought that the theme worked really well and people seemed to like it. So I'm excited that kind of ended up being a success. And then what I also did is, so there was some discussion about, the people didn't want something specifically Christmas, but I love Christmas. I'm a Christian, and I think this is the best time of the year, and it's a time of year that should be celebrated. And so what I also decided to do this month was kind of, impulsively, I created an Advent drawing prompt list. So 24 drawing prompts for the countdown to Christmas. And today's, the prompt was Twinkle. And I'll show you what I did for today's. I already shared this on here and on Instagram, so you might have already seen it. This is just in my sketchbook. But I did this little star girl, and she's very shiny. That did not capture when I posted it on like Instagram because, you know, you can't see the glitz. But I added all these little sequins. So I think she's really cute. I love doing the drawing prompts in my sketchbook because they don't take very long, so it feels very manageable. Even if it's like 5 o'clock and I should be done with my work at that point, it's like, oh, it's just, you know, it's going to take me 10-15 minutes, and it doesn't feel like a chore. You know, if I had to do like a finished artwork for every single day, I don't think that that would be very sustainable for me. And so what I do then is I just put them into my photo editing app, remove the background, and post it onto kind of a coordinating background. So I'm hoping I can do all 24 days. I know I have a couple of days of travel coming up, but I can just do one in advance, and we'll pretend like I didn't. But yeah, I have that posted on the community tab on my Instagram, and I do have a hashtag for it. It's ZLA Doodle Advent. If you want to do it, awesome. If you want to do like 4, great. If you want to do every single one, great. I actually saw on Discord that somebody had an awesome idea where they were thinking about like combining all the prompts into one drawing. And I was like, whoa, that is something my brain cannot do. I can do, you know, 1 drawing at a time. I cannot do 24 drawings at a time. I would have no way of, like wrapping my mind around making sure everything fits in. So, if you know, that would be a really cool one to see. But I'm just gonna take my one a day. The one I have to do today, so I haven't done it yet, and it's almost 3, and I've got a lot of work still to do today. But today's prompt is mitten, and we'll see what I do for that. I might just draw mittens on a girl. I don't know. I love to do ones with my characters. Because those are just my favorite things to draw, and, you know, I don't need to make excuses for drawing what I love to draw, you know? Not just me. I'm just gonna do my thing. Speaking of having a lot of work to do today, I might have overbooked myself when it comes to commissions, and the problem is that they're not really staggered. I said yes to them, like, all at once. So I might have to be a little less active on here, at least for the next 2 weeks. I think it'll be fine. Honestly, you probably won't even notice a difference. But, because I only post like a video or 2 a week. But I just am a little stressed out, and I need to make sure that I have like my dedication glasses on to getting these done. Because, so I'm traveling on like middle of December. I'll be gone till the end of Christmas, and I need to make sure that those go out before I'm gone, especially because I want to make sure that people get their Christmas gifts, if these are going to be Christmas gifts. So I have to like really put my head down and work on those. But I will be updating you what the commissions look like. So I don't know, I have some really great ones to do though. Actually, so one of the things I have on my list is I'm doing this amazing commission. Every time I've worked on it, I've like gotten a little teary-eyed because I'm painting somebody's mom who passed away. And the pictures of this woman's mom are just so full of joy. And she just seemed like, just like the happiest person. And I don't know her, of course, but just these pictures just capture such a beautiful person. And so I'm working on a couple pieces for that, the woman who commissioned me. And I just always think about how grateful I am for the art I get to make, because like I've said this before, but I've like painted something for like a 1-year-old's birthday, or I've painted something for a couple who like just got married and things like that, or who just got engaged. And it's so cool that in this sort of background way I get to be a part of people's experiences, and I'm a part of a piece that hopefully they treasure forever, or that signifies an important moment in their life, or just a moment in their life, like I'm working on right now that has a couple and their dog. And not to get really dark and sad, but like one day that dog will pass away, and this painting marks a specific time in their life. So I just feel so fortunate that I get to be able to create those pieces. I think sometimes it feels very unimportant to be an artist because, you know, especially if you make the art that I make, it feels very happy, which is great, but it doesn't seem like it does anything. I always remind myself that bringing people joy is something, but it just seems like a very unessential part. And I think all in all, like being an artist it's not like being a doctor, right? And that's okay. Not everybody needs to be like a doctor or, a nurse or whatever. But when I get to help create these pieces that are going to live as a memorial piece, I guess is the right word, for their mom, I just feel so blessed and so just fortunate to be able to do that. I think a lot of people would know what I mean by it just feels unimportant to be an artist. Like, you're not really helping anybody and you're not really providing anything essential. But I don't know. I mean, that's not to dog on being an artist. Obviously, I'm still loving it. I'm still doing it. So anyhow, I just feel very thankful. Speaking of things I feel thankful for, I also was just so overcome with gratitude this weekend for the community that I've been given on Instagram, on Discord, on YouTube, because I feel like people are so nice to me, and it kind of feels like people are rooting for me, which, I don't know, it just really touches my heart. Like, it feels like people kind of want me to win. They want to see my art end up somewhere. And it's bringing tears to my eyes now, because I think I can be really hard on myself. And so to feel like I have this, like, team of people who are wanting to uplift me, it just feels really good. And I don't know, everybody's just really nice to me. And I can't say enough how much I appreciate that. So thank you very much. If, you've just commented, or even for watching this video, just that you're part of the people who are supporting me, because it's been very encouraging, especially as of lately. There's been some not rockier times, just I'm dealing with some stuff and facing some stuff that I probably should have a long time ago, and so it's been nice to have this extra little boost in my life, But that was just a little serious, mushy intermission, sorry. But I'm gonna change the subject now. So I have, next thing on my list is a November artworks video. So like I said, I'm gonna create the little compilation of everybody's thing, and I don't know if I should do it so it's like if you didn't post it before November 31st or 30th was over, then you don't get it. I think I'll just post it, everybody. And we won't look at the dates. But I think it'd be fun to put it into Procreate, and then it could kind of like circle parts that I thought were really cool, and it'd be like I'm the teacher, and how they would do that like with the projector or the overhead or whatever. But the next thing, so 2 things actually, is, remember how last week I was saying that USPS is out to get me, and 2 packages still had yet to arrive? Well, thankfully on Wednesday, one of them did arrive. I was so grateful, because I was like planning to repaint them and send them, and I was just like, I just hate it. I know it's not my fault, but it just feels like it reflects poorly on me if something doesn't arrive. But that thankfully did arrive. I still have 1 package that has yet to arrive, but I think, and I know her personally, so I think I'll just repaint them and send them, because it's been way too long, and who knows where those paintings are. It drives me crazy knowing that they're just like lost somewhere. But if somebody paid for it, I'm not going to make them wait like a month and a half for it to maybe show up. I'll just repaint it, and hopefully it'll show up this time around. My goodness. The other thing that I am so excited about is what I'm getting everybody for Christmas this year. I'm wondering if I should say. I think I will, and if you're my mom, dad, or sister, you've been warned not to watch the rest of this video. And so what I decided to get everybody, actually this was my boyfriend's idea, and it was great. There's apparently this like site where you can, you get like basically a tracking number for an animal, and then you can like track the animal. It's like a wild animal. And then the money goes to like non-for-profits that like support animals. So I got everybody their own animal, but then I'm going to do a painting of their animal so that they also have that to go along with their gift. And I think it'll be really cute. I'm really excited about everybody's gift this year. I don't get my boyfriend anything for Christmas, and he's not going to get me anything. What we're going to do is we're just going to like donate the money we would spend on something to something we care about, because I don't donate to charity ever, and I just felt kind of called to it this year. So that should be everybody's Christmas gift taken care of, hopefully. But yeah, I'm really excited because I had no idea where to get anybody for Christmas. And I always like to make everybody art for Christmas, but then I feel like that gets a little overdone and everyone gets tired of getting paintings. So now they're getting a painting plus a little something extra. Oh, speaking of making art, I was forced to be lazy this weekend and I did not like it. It was like against my will. So I spent like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of last week at my mom and dad's house because my sister was in town and it was Thanksgiving and it just made sense to stay there. And I bring my sketchbook and my sketching stuff absolutely everywhere with me, except for this last weekend, and I felt like I was missing a part of me. And I almost thought about driving and going getting it, which is 20 minutes. Like, it would have been fine, but I didn't want to. I don't want to just leave for like almost an hour to get my sketchbook. If I maybe ended up not using it, I was like, if worse comes to worse, just get a pencil and a piece of copy paper, Zoe, and draw on that. But that feels wrong. I didn't do it. I think it was good that I was forced to be lazy, because I think otherwise I would have I would have been doing work when I shouldn't have been doing work, when I should have just been enjoying the holidays, enjoying my family. But it was just like, I had this feeling that there was all this stuff I needed to do and I had no way to do it. And I just felt like I was getting so behind. And then on Saturday I ended up working. And then today I wrote my to-do list and I realized that I was being maybe a little dramatic. Me? Dramatic? No way. But yeah, it was, I think I have a hard time letting go and just like letting things be. And it's like, if God wants this to happen, it'll happen. And I have to play an active part in that, but I should also remember that it's good to rest. So it was, I think, a good thing that I was forced to kind of turn off my art brain. It did feel wrong not to draw. And then on Saturday, it felt wrong to draw because I hadn't drawn in like 2 days. Again, I'm so dramatic. Whatever, big whoop. But I'm glad to be reunited with my beloved sketchbook. So, by the way, I just saw this sticker on the back. I should show you guys this sticker I made this week. I don't think I showed you this. So I don't have a lot of works in progress or finished artworks this week. Because of the holidays, I didn't really get like anything finished. I showed you the Advent thing. I didn't really work in my sketchbook that much because I forgot it. But I did make this sticker. So I made another dragon. I'm trying to get it so that the glare isn't too bad. I think this one's going to be the gentle dragon. It's like impossible to see, but it's got little stars on its skin too. So this I'm hoping to launch in my shop this week. I've just been loving dragons lately, honestly. So hopefully this dragon will go up this week and there will be more to come. If you have a dragon suggestion, oh my gosh, let me know. Even if it's like a pineapple dragon or something. I would love to get obsessed with dragons and just draw them for the next week when I'm supposed to be working on my other stuff. I know that this isn't the time to be having fun drawing dragons, but I'm just saying. If you want to leave your dragon suggestions below, I won't be mad. And I will give you credit. And I will show you what I made. So. The next thing on my list, I'm telling you guys, I need this list because these things are all over the place. So I've mentioned how basically since summer, since May, I've been working on a children's book and I finished it probably about a month ago. And I've been neglecting sending it to agents because I don't want them to say we don't want this thing that you just spent the last 6 months on. So I've been procrastinating, which is very much not like me. I am not a procrastinator. But I sent one agent my book dummy, my manuscript, my query, all that, about 2 weeks ago, and she didn't want it. That's fine. I'm expecting everybody to not want it. And so today I sent out 2 more. So some of them only want picture books if it's the first of the month. Like, that's like weirdly common. And so I sent out 2 more today. So we will see about that. When I've usually sent out for picture books before, I've done it all at once, like all in one day, all on 2 days, and then I just like wait. And this time I decided to do it different, where I just do a couple at a time. That way when someone says, no, we don't want it, I still have hope. So I have like a list of like 15 agents. So we will see. Like I said, the hope is there, but the hope isn't up. You get what I mean? So we'll see what comes of that. The last thing I have before we get into the questions is I have 1 more month goal for myself, which I'm hoping to do when I am out of town, because I'm going to dedicate those like 2 weeks around Christmas to, I should be done with commissions. I should have everything done for everybody else. So I'm going to just dedicate that to like fun projects that I've been meaning to work on. And so the one thing that I was thinking is at the end of the month, I would either like to have made a coloring page that you guys can do, or that I can put on my shop or something. I've been watching so many coloring book videos that I think I would really like to make my own coloring page, because I find them very inspirational. Or I would like to do a comic page, just like one page that's got like 4 or 5 different squares, rectangle segments, I don't know what you're supposed to call them, blocks, on it. I think that would be fun. So hopefully by the end of the month I do it. We'll see. But if not, forget you ever watched this video or heard me say that. You know, I'll do it in the new year, whatever. You know. But yeah, I think that one of the two, and it'd be really cool if I could do a coloring page for the monthly prompt, because then if you don't want to draw it, you could just color it, and I think that would be fun. That's something I'd eventually like to do. I don't know if it'll get done this month, because I want it to get done early enough, but we'll see. We'll see if it gets done. So now we have the questions where I ask you a question as well as I answer a question. So my question for you guys is, what are your favorite ways to relax and unwind? Because I am trying to find new things that can help me, like, just decompress, just chill out. You know, obviously I love to do a bit of art, but sometimes art is work, and so that's not always the best. I mean, the ultimate way, in my opinion, is to have a cozy little warm beverage and sit on the couch in my pajamas watching Piggy Pens or, you know, any YouTube video. If you have any cozy YouTube videos that you like to watch, let me know that too. But yeah, what are the things you like to do when your brain just needs to turn off? And I'm not talking about going on TikTok, because I don't do that, and I don't think it's good to do that. I always end up in a worse place if I do that, so I've just cut myself off from that. Yeah, let me know, especially because we're in like the prime of cozy season. We're not even going into it. We are in it, baby. And so I need to know what your favorite ways to relax and unwind are, so that I can hopefully get some new ways to just calm myself down, you know? And then I have a fun question to answer today. This is your reminder to leave a question in the comments below. I got 1 question last time, so if I don't have a question next week, I'm going to be mad. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it, but I'm not going to be happy about that. So please leave me a question below that I can answer for next week's Monday report. But this week's was, if a werewolf were perpetually on the moon, would it always remain a werewolf? And I thought about this, and immediately my answer was, yeah, of course it would always be a werewolf. But then I think, no, it would never be a werewolf, because it doesn't have a full moon to look at. It's on the moon, yeah, but I don't think that's why a werewolf is a werewolf. I don't think it's just like the presence of the moon. If that were the case, every night they would be a werewolf. Unless, are they a werewolf at night? Oh boy, now I'm confused. I am answering this under the assumption that werewolves only come out on full moons. And so if a werewolf is standing on the moon and they look up in the sky, there's obviously not going to be a moon there. So there you go. I don't think it would ever be a werewolf. I think it would just be a guy who could be a werewolf on the moon. And that's somehow sadder than always being a werewolf. Anyhow, that is everything I have for my Monday report today. Please like and subscribe if you feel so encouraged. But regardless, thank you so much for watching this video. And I'm hoping to get that November painting video up later this week, maybe this weekend. Like I said, I have a lot of commission work, so no promises, but hopefully I will see you again before next Monday. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.